So what is going on? Just wanted to give a quick garden update and talk about some things that I would do differently when starting a garden. So real quick, show you what we have planted. This is watermelon here growing up. We put this trellis in last weekend and then kind of started guiding the plants up this trellis. So now you can see the watermelon, it's really viney going up. Then we have squash. Those are black beauty squash that we have planted. And then at the far end, those are cucumbers. Lemon cucumbers is the variety of those guys. And on the opposite side, these are our carrots. They're rainbow carrots. These take also a long time to grow. And then down in the middle, we have more cucumbers. These are Sumpter cucumbers. You can see the little fruit here, actually, if it focuses. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but there you go. So they're coming along. As long as they're getting flowered, they should be doing good. I have seen some bees in the morning coming out, but some stuff I have had to pollinate myself. And then over here are our spaghetti squash. These, unfortunately, I've had a hard time with. I get a lot of male flowers, and my female flowers, actually, I've had a couple of them just not blossom at all. So I've been trying to figure out what to do with that. And you can see here's some squash. I don't know why this squash looks really pale compared to the others that are growing. I'll show you this one here. It's growing really well. I actually kind of got squeezed by the trellis, unfortunately, but it is what it is. What can you do? Just try and catch it before it happens. But yeah, this is what's going on. This all started like March 20, I don't know, March 14th, something around there. Here's some mint, cilantro. These were transplants. Everything along here were from seeds. So yeah, transplanted herbs. And then these are basil that were transplanted. Bell peppers, transplanted. I put in some new lettuce. So we have some new lettuce growing in here. It's a little dry right now, but gotta adjust the watering. It's very labor intensive, this garden, or any kind of gardening if you want to be successful. These are New Mexico peppers called Big Jims. And then we have some more lettuce. You can see I've already trimmed it. I've actually harvested lettuce a few times now. And then right there you got jalapeno peppers. So that's what's going on. But I kind of want to talk a little bit about some things I do differently. To start, I would look up the varieties of what I'm planting beforehand. Kind of do a little more research. I mean, this garden was kind of spur of the moment in quarantine, when quarantine started. So I didn't really expect it to take off the way it has, but it's been really neat to work on it and grow and learn. But I would definitely look up different varieties of the vegetables. So I have no problem growing watermelon and squash and carrots. They grow here in Arizona, but there's certain varieties that you would want to look for, especially like heat tolerant varieties. And also like the watermelon that I planted, they get a lot bigger than I expected. So, but we'll kind of figure that out as they grow. The other thing is I would definitely have started composting before I planted all this. Now, again, like I said, like this was kind of spur of the moment. I didn't really know I was going to actually start a vegetable garden in March. So if I had planned it further in advance, I would have made sure that the soil was more optimal for the vegetables. The dirt here definitely did not have good amount of nutrients in it. I'll put a picture up to show you what it looked like. It was horrible. So I would have started composting earlier so I could get rich soil in the ground to really provide the nutrients that the vegetables and the herbs and peppers need, because I've definitely had some struggles there. And then the last thing, third thing real quick, I would do differently is I would get my seeds from like a reputable source. I went to a big box store. Nothing wrong with that per se, but you definitely want seeds that are good quality, and you're not really sure what you're getting at a big box store because they're just like mass produced and they stock them in every store. So I would have, in the future, I would go to a nursery and get my seeds. And then other than a nursery, there's some really good online sources that I've found. So those are just some things that I would do differently, but I guess in the future I'll now know what to do. It's definitely been a big learning curve doing this garden, but I've enjoyed it and I've learned a lot, and it's definitely something that I would recommend people to try on their own. It's I guess I would say a hobby right now, but you never really know what can come of it. A good skill to have, I would suppose. And so, yeah, it's been really fun and learning every day about it. YouTubes have been very helpful in the process. So yeah, that is the garden, and thanks for checking in.